Shiba Inu Coin news today and Shiba Inu price prediction, along with NFT information in this video today.
What's going on, everyone? Win with Ryan here, and we're going to start this video off with a quick giveaway. We're giving away $100, and all you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, comment below. Every single comment gives you an entry to win, and then go over to winwithryan.com to make sure that you are subscribed to my Make Money newsletter. That's where we announce the winner every single month. So with that being said, keep winning.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to start off here with Shiba Inu. Yesterday we talked about what was going on and the price was correcting. So it did come down and it tapped off of our 50 moving average, and luckily it did not break through there. That was the big thing we talked about yesterday, was we wanted to make sure that that price did not break through that 50 moving average. And everything is basically coming to this collision point. So you have the 20-day exponential moving average here. Very, very positive sign here, just so you guys are aware. As you can see, it was a dark color. It has turned to the upside. That is very positive. That means that the 21 moving average is flipped into the positive territory. Okay, we were already flipped on the daily into our super trend, which was good news. We were also flipped above our 50 moving average, which was good news. It actually bounced off of the 50 and the bulls stepped in and fought back. Also, good indicator here. We did go from our short-term lowest of the low, the swing low, to our newest highest of the high, swing high, with our Fibonacci here, and it came down and tapped the 382 level, did not break below that. So that's really, really positive news. Now, what we do see here, though, is it did run into our supply and demand zone and reject it off there. So we are still in a point of watch and see. We are being patient here. What we do not want to see is this break down below the 50-day moving average, which is what we talked about yesterday. And I mean, that's what we were talking about over here when we got really excited that it actually broke above there. What is potentially going to be happening, very positive news, this 20 is about to cross this 50 on the daily. That is a massive, massive positive sign for Shiba Inu. Well, really for all the coins that happens there. That is the golden cross, the 20 crossing the 50. We want to see that happen because that is really, really positive news for us. And also decent news. I mean, with the whole stock market crashing yesterday, it's why we did have our correction here. The fact that we bounced back today on this candle, we do currently have 1 hour and 15 minutes left in this candle, but just huge positive signs. Now, when we look down here at our bottom side, our market cipher indicator here, we were having this positive flow. As you can see, these are volume flows. We're flowing in harder and harder and getting larger and larger. They have started dropping to the downside. We do also have a red dot, which is typically a sell side indicator, but that doesn't mean that it's going to like bam crash all the way back down. Okay, the one thing that we do have going for us is the fact that these moving averages are about to collide, and the bulls and the bears, these are the defense mechanisms. Okay, so typically when the price reaches here, the bulls will step in and battle back. If for some reason it breaks below there, and then if crazy enough it would break below the 21 moving average, then we're looking for it to come back to that 618 Fibonacci. And that 618 is right here, which is the quad 02389. Now, we do not want that to happen. I'm just saying that is what could potentially happen. Okay. We do know that this was our most recent high now, which is really, really positive news because the most recent high was higher than the previous high. So we have a new higher high, and we haven't had a new higher high for a very long time, because if we go back and you can take a look here, this was a new lower high, a new lower high, a new lower high, bam, reversal up to the top, new higher high. Great news. Great news. Now we are looking to establish a new higher low, because we do need a lower price set in, because as we all know, it doesn't just go up in a straight line. So where is the new higher low going to be set? Well, the previous low was here. So anything above that, even if it were to come back to the 618 and then continue up, that is a new higher low. Great for the trend, great for where we're going in the right direction. What we're also looking for, which is really good news, once it breaks back above here and does start the next leg of the uptrend, which is what we're waiting for, once it starts moving to that direction, we are going to run into this interference here, our next supply and demand zone. But what we're really looking for is it to get back into here. All right. And what's really cool is, as you can see, the 0.5 Fibonacci, when a trade starts to go in the right direction and the momentum starts swinging in the right direction, this is typically the next situation, the 0.5 of the opposite side. So that's actually a 50% move. If you take the bottom to the top and you were cut it in half, 50% would be here. The retracement, this is 50% to the upside. Okay, so that's a half of a measured move, puts us at quad 04435 in that area. And that does also put us back into the next level of supply and demand. So that is the price predictions of where we're going. So we have a price prediction for the low side to keep an eye out for, just in case we break to the bottom. Really, right now, we cannot have that. We do not want any of that going on. So, unfortunately, a long time ago, we used to have this thing called altcoin season, where Bitcoin would just go down and all of the altcoins would start to perform. Well, now that all of these massive institutions, these massive hedge funds, these massive whales are in the game, they buy everything. So when they sell something, the market moves in the same direction. So we want to see Bitcoin continue to perform to the upside, which it could potentially do that, even though the war is coming, even though inflation is coming, because what a lot of people say about Bitcoin, what is Bitcoin supposed to do? It's supposed to be a hedge against inflation, right? So there is no inflation with Bitcoin, they say. There's deflation because there's only a certain amount, and over time people lose them and so on. So this is kind of the situation where Bitcoin should perform at its optimal level and its peak. So we'll see if people start to believe in Bitcoin enough to transition out of the fiat and hedge into Bitcoin more to prevent themselves from experiencing inflation. Right now, a lot of people are talking about moving into the US dollar again, going back to fiat from all of their stocks. Like you see everybody, every major YouTube influencer that's financial stocks guy, I sold all my stocks. I was wrong about the market, right? They're saying all these things over and over and over again. Well, if that's the case, if they're selling all their stocks, they're going heavy cash, they're losing 7% of their money because of inflation alone. And that's not even a real inflation number. The real inflation number is at least double that. So would you want to just hold your money in a bank and lose 7 to 20% to inflation? You had $1 million, you lost 20% of that over the year. But do you want that? No. People are hedging that against that with Bitcoin. So also with Bitcoin now being the leader of the market, all of the coins coming along with it, we do want to see Bitcoin doing well. And if we take a look at Bitcoin here, it has dropped below the trend line that we were talking about. It has dropped below the 50-day moving average, and it is starting to fight back, okay? So we do have an hour and 9 minutes left. We do have our 21 moving average, which was just doing a fantastic job of going to the upside. And as you guys recall, we just talked about this over here with Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu came to the 382 of the Fibonacci. So 382 line right here. So it came, tapped 382. It actually dropped a little below that before fighting back. Bitcoin may be doing the same thing, just a little bit slower. And if that's the case, the 382 line is actually here. 382 line, you can see this right here. It's the green line. 382 line brings us right back to this level, which is 40,800, which is there. So taking a look at this, we do have on the daily chart, we have the VWAP, this yellow line slanting down below the zero side. We have a red dot. We have the momentum coming down. So we are going to be having a continued pullback. How long is that pullback going to know or going to go? Who knows? What's really interesting though is our support line here, which has been a supply or which has been a support and resistance line in multiple different times over the past. That lines up about 50% inside of this massive, massive candle. As we talk about a lot on my segment of the channel, when you have a massive move such as this, and there is no wicks on either side of the move, they call it a imbalance in the market because there was only buyers available here. Only buyers were buying here. And you can see only sellers were selling here, and that ended up getting filled. So what we're looking for is, let's actually take a look. We'll look and see exactly where this thing is going. So if we take a look, it's always on the 4 hour, which where it comes to, you can see this 4 hour candle, lots and lots of imbalance here, little bit of imbalance here. So we have two lines that this could potentially come to for Bitcoin on its way down. So we'll call this about the 50% level of this candle and where this wick and this wick is. So look for it to come here, or it could drop all the way to the 50% level of this 4 hour imbalance, which puts us about here. Boom. So there's where we were probably going with Bitcoin, in my personal opinion. Okay. Now we could also not go that far, but here's the thing. You'll notice right here when this 21 moving average on the 4 hour crossed over, bam, 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 major shot up. Right now, the 21 is about to cross to the downside, which could be bang, 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 bang to the downside. Okay. So just want to give you guys a little bit of idea of where Bitcoin might be going. And if we come over here to Shiba Inu, let's go ahead and clean this up. We'll take off everything. Okay. So now we've got this clean indicator here. We're on the 4 hour. And if we do the same exact thing with the 4 hour chart and we look at this candle, and let's go ahead and zoom in so you guys get an exact idea of what I'm talking about. So you have this big, massive candle, okay? And you have this wick, and you have this wick. There is no wick in between there. So that means there's an imbalance in this candle. Too much buy, not enough sell. There, it just went wham, straight to the top. So what happens here? Well, if we go to the 50% of the gap, so between this wick and this wick, about 50%, puts us there, which also actually lines up with one of our levels from the super trend. Now, what you'll also notice is that right here, this next one is a big candle, but look at this wick and this wick completely cover the body. Okay, here we go, right here. So we have a wick to the top, a wick to the bottom, but there's a big gap in there, an imbalance right here. So let's see where the prices come to. Look at this. It came bam, right in there, filled up that imbalance before taking off again. And in fact, it's even coming lower. So what we're looking for, Shiba Inu coming to the imbalance, and the other thing that we got to keep in mind is it good for the imbalance to be filled now or for it to be filled later? And what I mean by that, this imbalance will be filled eventually. But do we want Shiba Inu to go ahead and go on an absolute tear, go up to quad 0.5 and then have to come back down and fill that? Or do we want to just short-term pain, go fill that now and then take off? We'll see what happens with the market. We do have some really good signs here on Shiba Inu on this smaller time frame though, which is really good. As you can see, we have this and there's this green line here. So that would be a divergence because from here to here, the actual momentum is to the downside here, while the momentum, the price has been continuing to go up. But if I'm looking at this chart right now, if I'm looking, am I going to be buying or selling? I'm taking a break. I'm sitting this out. You could potentially short it. The good thing is on the 4 hour, it did break above and it's continuing to ride above that 50. The problem is the 20 is coming, kind of sloping down here. So Also, the super trend on the 4-hour turned to a sell. So we could see this thing very likely come back down here before continuing to the next leg of the up move. We also have to remember, same thing over here. This was the low point, okay? And then this was the previous high. So we do have a new higher high, and we are going to need a new higher low, which as long as it's above this, it's a new higher low. So is this the new higher low and it's taking off, or is it coming back down here before jumping back to the top side? Again, what we're doing is just waiting, right? So we're going to continue to wait. And the great thing is when we take a look here on the daily charts, okay, so if we're being patient on the daily charts, we do have the green sign, the green signal, the green indicator from super trend. If you take a look at our DEMA, right, the double EMA, I just turned on this white line. We are now trading below it. As you can see here, it has flipped. So typically what happens, as you can see, when it's riding above the line is when it takes to the upside. When it flips below the line, as you can see, it drops to the downside. So long term, it's going to go up again. But right now in the short term, it looks like all signs are pointing to potentially Shiba Inu coming back down, doing a little bit of a retest, settling down before taking off to the upside. Also, if you take a look here, this is the 200-day moving average, this green line right here, and then it turned red, and then it turned green. But that green line, the 200-day moving average, is exactly at that point that we called on the 4-hour chart for the potential pullback. All right, now let's go ahead and jump over here to the NFT stuff that we were talking about. So I wanted to show you some of the projects that I've personally started collecting myself. Some of these are calls from friends of mine in the Discord groups. A lot of you guys, if you guys have been following this segment of the channel, you know that there's some really great projects coming out that we're working on whitelist. Some of you guys have already started your journey to whitelist inside of the Discord. So if you have joined any of the Discords from the segment that I run through seeing what's going on my Instagram channel, and you're in there, I did want to let you know, when you join the Discords, make sure you do not reply to direct messages from anybody, even if it looks like the official official program, they're the ones that send it to you. For example, like Crypto Hippos. Crypto Hippos is one of the ones that we're really excited about. That one's going to be dropping on February 22nd, I believe. And in order to get on the whitelist, you got to get in there and you got to socialize and hang out and become part of the community. Well, if they were to send you randomly a direct message, do not answer. It's the same thing as we tell you with all of the information over in Telegram for all of these micro cap coins as well. We do not respond to direct messages. No one's ever going to direct message you. You would actually need to reach out to somebody for someone to respond to you. So thank you guys for those of you that are reaching out to me asking questions because you've been receiving some messages from random people. Do not respond to them. Do not click on any links. Do not do any of that information. All you're doing there is you're joining the community. You're going into the general section. You're hanging out. You're talking and you're getting noticed. Maybe you're drawing some art that's, maybe you're drawing a hippo or something like that to get on the whitelist. Or we also have the Ludwig Kuntz, the Kunimals, that is coming out. That's going to be a massive, massive project. They just announced the drop date for that too. So you're going to want to go find that. And if you want to find more information about that, head over to my Instagram at winwithryan, and there's some Instagram links or there's some Discord links in there for you. You can go ahead and join through those. Now, this one right here is called My Homies in Dreamland. My Homies in Dreamland is actually put on by Cheech and Chong. If you guys, I don't know, some of you guys may be too young to know who Cheech and Chong is, but they did movies like Up in Smoke and some really, really funny pot movies back in the day, but some good stuff. So this is one of my current ones that I own for that collection. This one is called Ponzi Panthers. Ponzi Panthers is really cool. They're going to be building an actual amusement park inside of Decentraland. And the people that hold one of the Ponzi Panthers will receive funds. They're going to divvy it out. So when people go to the amusement park and they actually buy a ticket, the money that gets gathered up in the community will be delivered out to the holders. This one is Coalition Crew. This one, I own two of these because the project, in my opinion, is one of the top projects out there right now. So the Coalition Crew, what I love about this project the most is that they actually have a Twitter Spaces once a week that they go over the roadmap. They go over, like, I've never seen a project period, except for maybe Inuyasha, that has more communication and open line of communication with their holders than Coalition Crew 2.0. They do also have a 1.0 called the OG collection as well. But owning one of these it gives you access to a bunch of different things. These are my Decentral Games ice pokers. These are my beach slides. I just bought this. There's actually going to be another drop coming very, very soon where the if you're already in it, they just had a drop actually where you could buy their theme of that one was airlines. So, pilots and things of that, whatever they would wear. So as you can see here, this was the beachwear one. Here, I'll just go and show you the collection. So there's a bunch of different things like a pilot hat. We'll take a look at the collection, what's available right now on the secondary market. So they're currently selling, the floor price is at two full Ethereum. And you could have got one of their pilot information or their pilot NFTs for 1.75. So you would have already made a quarter of an ETH just by being able to participate. They were sold out in 40 seconds. This is a huge project. Keep an eye out for that one. And then this one I like because it looks like me. That's why I like. So this is the Crypto Nobles. This one's not a high flyer, really expensive. Over time, the price will continue to rise. It's going to be cool. But I got this one because I thought it was really rad. I actually got information about this project from Tyler, the day trader, one of our other members of the Run Guys, and he put me onto this project. I thought it was really cool. And it was really neat because I was actually going through and I was looking for a good one to buy. And at that time, this was the second to lowest price item available, called the floor price, right? So if I go into view collection and we go through here, all the ones that are available for sale, right now the floor price is 0.057, meaning the least expensive one that you could buy is 0.057. Mine at the time was 0.05. So I've picked mine up for 0.05. So it's already in the profit. These are continuing to go up. But I just thought these were really cool. I saw one that looked like me and I snatched them up. So that was pretty cool. There's only 2,500 of these available, so a very limited supply. This is not this is a buy and hold for me. This is not a quick flip. So, these are cool projects to get into, take a look at. You need a MetaMask to get involved. And then you go over to OpenSea. And then once you're inside of OpenSea, you can see all different types of projects and things like that. Now, what I do recommend is that you follow our channel. So we're going to have a lot of really great NFT information coming out very shortly. And you do not want to just go buy random projects. Some projects are scams. Some projects are real. You need to do a lot of research on the back end. And we have an entire team that is dedicated to doing that for you. So we want to make sure that you do the right thing, get the right NFTs, and then potentially make some money here. There's big money. Several of my friends who I'm learning all of this from, they've made multiple six figures, almost seven figures already within 12 months flipping NFTs. So my friend made over $800,000 last year flipping NFTs. And we are getting the goods from all of these people. We're really excited about this is the movement. So right now, also got to keep in mind, these are fun. These are pictures. These are little arts and things like that. Those are really, really cool. Soon, NFTs are going to be everything, right? You're going to be able to buy your car. You're going to be able to buy an NFT that represents the title of your car, your house. Everything will be an NFT in the future. So just Web 3.0 is here. You need to learn this stuff, and we want to be here to help you grow and learn in that aspect. So also, don't forget to get our Bull Runner NFTs. Let me give you some information about that.